Okay, imagine being paid to live in stunning flats around the UK with a garden, all the TV subscriptions you can imagine, and a dog to walk on the daily.
It doesn't have to be a flat either. It can be a big sprawling mansion, whatever it is, because
better.
savvy savers are doing just this, and they're cutting their costs during this recent price hike by becoming full-time house sitters for families whilst they're out of the country.
Well, Megan and Sean are with a company called Trusted House Sitters, and they join us now to tell us more. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Hi.
Hello. Good morning. So whose house are you in today? I feel like Keith Lemon, who habitates in a house
Through
like
the keyhole.
this. Yeah. Tell us a bit about your latest residence and how you stumbled upon it.
We're in a fantastic house in Southampton while the owners are away on holiday. What can we say? It's an amazing grounds. We've got 2 dogs, a cat, and some sheep and chickens to look after.
Like the good life. So tell us how it works. So you don't get paid to house sit, do you? But you carry on working as normal if you work remotely, for example, and you're able to save up. And how often are you moving around the place?
Yeah, so I think you can get paid for it, but we do it through a site called Trusted House Sitters, which is like Airbnb, but no money is exchanged. It's just based on trust. And yeah, we move from place to place every few weeks. You can do house sits for a couple of months at a time. And sometimes there are short stay ones as well.
So the owners presumably want somebody staying in their home whilst they're away, not only, I suppose, to keep it ticking over in terms of, not wanting frozen pipes and the like, but to keep intruders away, make sure there's a good deterrent, or looking after the animals, as you say. But what's in it for you?
Well, I mean, I suppose it's a bit of the story about how we got into it. We had a flat in London, which for all intents and purposes was a fantastic flat, and we loved living in London when we were there, but it got to a point where the cost of living in London didn't quite weigh up with the lifestyle. So we were really keen on a change up in lifestyle. We weren't able to have pets in London, and this has given us the opportunity to experience a different way of living in the UK, as well as be with animals, which has been absolutely fantastic.
Well, fair play to you for not giving up and moving around instead. But how difficult is it, living out of a suitcase and moving around the whole country every few weeks? Do you fall out when you're packing and things like that? Because I do.
Oh, yeah. We've had a couple of moments.
Yes.
It's definitely a challenge. It's not for everybody. It's something that we knew that we would have to get used to. It's definitely not the stable life, but we've made it work.
Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. Like, we've been living out of a suitcase since we left London in April. So yeah, around about then.
Keep going at this, and like how much do you want to save, and what's your goal?
To be honest, the goal is to do this until we feel like we're ready to settle down. And so there's savings that comes with that. There's experience that comes with that of different parts of the country, and really figuring out where we would like to put down our roots.
Oh, well, look, Megan and Sean, I definitely feel like you're very trustworthy people, and I'm sure I would trust you with the keys to my house. But is there a vetting process? I mean, trust is something you earn, don't you, over time, when you know people already. To just let strangers in with all the beautiful belongings behind you, it's a bit of a risky business, isn't it?
It can be, yeah. We actually had someone ask us during the sort of interview process, isn't this a strange thing? I've never met you before, you've never met me, and we're just going to let you into our home. So the site is set up such that both parties can apply in either direction, and the owner of the house can, speak to as many house sitters as they want until they find people that are, trustworthy and people that they'd like to let into their home. Often we meet up with the house sitter, the owners beforehand. A couple of days before, or just on the day, depending on where we are. So there's that process.
You also build up reviews over time. So, ratings, basically.
similar to the Airbnb system. It makes a lot of sense, and I think a lot of people probably be inspired by your story this morning. If you want to be a savvy saver, it looks like a really good idea. Megan, Gay, Sean Wood, really lovely to talk to you, and enjoy your stay in Southampton and wherever you end up next.
Good luck. Cheers.
Thank you very much.